Hello, everybody! Excited Utterance here, and I'm hella mad! I am hella mad, and welcome to my Seethe Sesh. My Seethe Sesh. Everybody, welcome in. Welcome in and start seething with me. Seethe, 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 seethe. No coping, just seething. I'm done with this shit. I am sick of people having their feelings hurt and then using the copyright system, the copyright strike rules on YouTube to silence narrative and shape it however they please. It's bullshit. It is bullshit. I am hella mad. I am hella mad about that. And I've seen this happen to other people, and now it's happened to me. I've been just as mad when it's happened to others. I knew it was going to happen. I went into this knowing it was going to happen. By the way, I wasn't surprised, right? I knew it was going to happen, and I'm going to confide it. Don't get me wrong here. I am not going to sit back. I'm not going to sit back. But I'm tired of it. People need to get their big boy pants on and get ready. If you're going to get involved in discussions, if you're going to put your opinion out there, people are going to comment on what you put out there. It's just how it works. It's called fair use. It's called fair use. And when people transform your work and comment on it, that is legal. It is absolutely legal. Right. We are hella mad and we're burning with rage. Justin. If you want to buy me a coffee, buymeacoffee.com/excited. Let me say hello to some people before I get mad again. Hey, Sasha. How are you? Maddie B, you went first. Hola, mi amigo. Also first, Scott. Rachel from Idaho. Yeah, Kayla, if you're talking to yourself, Maddie. How are you? How are you? How are you? Erica. No, hopefully you didn't have to push play while you were driving because that's illegal. We don't do illegal things. The court of public opinion is here. Nice to see you. Subscribe, like, send your friends here. Send your family here. It's a family channel sometimes. Except when Dali's here. And he'll be here shortly, by the way. I want him to weigh in on this. Cranks in the house. Kindness matters. Yes, cranks. We're getting cranky today. Very cranky. Mavka, stop it. I shouldn't have even said anything. Now you're just going to keep doing it. My favorite Tasmanian, Laura, is here. Hello, my love. Hello, sweetheart. Yay, yay, yay. Ange is here. And have you ever been copyright struck by a stupid idiot? Some sort of crazy bugger out there in Crankland or non-Crankland? Tell me about it. Tell me about it. And I'm going to open up the floor. If anyone, creators, if you want to pop on here and you want to have a seethe, come on here and seethe. Seethe with me. Seethe with me. Tell me. Tell me about who has struck you for using their content, transforming it legally, and then you get that nasty little email, that nasty little thing in your YouTube studio going, your video's been taken down. And you know what happens? And it's happened to a friend of mine. 3 of those, and your YouTube channel gets taken away. All the work that you've put into your YouTube channel, all of the hours and hours and hours of work that you have put in, gone. Gone. It has happened to my friend David Helm. making law simple. He had a channel that he spent a long time, years, setting up, building a really good following. And someone with a much, much bigger channel decided that they would start copyright striking him. Two of those copyright strikes were actually not even that person's content. The YouTube AIs or whatever it was that was deciding whether or not that the claims were valid just went, okay, cool, for 2 out of 3 of them, and his channel's gone, never come back. So some people might look at David's channel and go, oh, why is he so undersubscribed? That's why, because he's had to build his whole channel back up again. And he's a practicing lawyer. Kind of gotten a bit over it. Oh, you're a boy, Sasha. Sorry about that, Sasha. That's fair enough. Sasha's a good boy's name too. You're burning with rage, Scott. Fair enough. See his teeth. I'm not going to do that for too long. Fair use, bitches. Yeah, fair use. Fair use. Sneaky. Hello, Debs in space. Hold on, Red. We're not even at Cope yet. This is seriously Mad Hella. Okay. Let's keep going. So, hello, everybody. I bet they didn't copyright LYK. Good point. So, half Irish. And hello, how are you, love? So, what we're talking about here is murder shits. So, Ain and Skevin. And you know that Dahlia and I have done some dramatic readings. And we've called them dramatic readings. So, we've done them with drama and our own commentary and ad-libbing. Sure you've all enjoyed. Some people not so much, but they've been very transformative. We haven't been playing the audio. We have transcripts of their podcasts. And those transcripts, we haven't even read them in full. We've intentionally skipped parts, right? So we've made sure that we have transformed those interviews and read them out in such a way that it is transformative and we provide commentary. Now, Lawyer You Know has a very big channel, and he played the audio from these podcasts. And Half Irish is saying, I bet they didn't copyright cuck Lawyer You Know. No, I bet they didn't. Now, I haven't watched his commentary of their podcast. I don't know how much, let's say, critique he gave of the prosecution on his streams, but I will say one thing: anyone who was featured on Lawyer You Know, their content ends up getting a lot more subscribers. I know that for a fact. I know that when Andrea went on Lawyer You Know, and I was modding in her chat, so many people came into her chat saying, I found you via Lawyer You Know, right? He has a gigantic chat and a gigantic presence. What is it, 400,000 subs or something like that? His videos get a lot of views, just tons. So regardless of whether he was critical or not, I'm sure that these podcasters wouldn't have tried to take his video down. So that is a little bit of hypocrisy there, I would say. Hello, I'm hella mad about it. It's gotten out of hand. Yes. Thomas Scott, how are you? Judge Jessica, how are you? Good to see you. Woman! Woman! Woman doing just a tip. YouTube really needs to get a hold on this situation. It's going to kill the platform. Yes. Yes, they do. Cat, how are you, mate? Grace Base is here. Alpha Fox Adam. Time to go full bogan. Yeah. Yeah, mate. Gonna go full bogan on this, mate. Yeah, mate. This is bullshit, mate. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Rose Adams is here. Justice for Dali. See, this is, he can come over here and misbehave as much as he likes. He's just taking a little break. He'll be here shortly. And for TV. Ah, dear. Now, who else is here? Who else is here? Evie! He's in a therapy. Oh, you're in a therapy session. Cool, now you're ready. Hey, Evie, how are you? Okay, who else we got? Who else we got? Who have I missed? Who have I missed? Who have I missed? Miku, how are you? There was just recently a copyright court case with the Do We Know Them girlies and a lawyer called Janet, and a copyright court found their use transformative and fair use. Well, I don't want to go to court, and I'm all the way over here, so that's kind of difficult. Here in Australia, we call it fair dealing. So it's a slightly different rule or law, but I mean, there ain't much daylight, as you call it, between the two. Yeah, you don't want to end up having a lawsuit between two countries. That's kind of tricky. Dory's here. Hello. How are you, sweets? But there's striking and there's outright life-threatening cyber and real bullying. You should have seen the Delphi trenches last year. Oh, okay. So with that, Luke, here's the other thing, right? When you respond to a copyright strike, you got to put your full name on there. You got to put your full name on there, right? You don't put your channel name, you put your full name. And if your full name is something that is a bit out of the ordinary, for example, easy to search on the internet, and like you don't particularly want to be doxxed, right? So the person who's gone and struck you can then go and find out whatever they want about you. Now, fortunately for me, I have a really common name. A super common name. Yay for me, right? Also, I have F all internet presence. Because when I started all this, I went, actually not even when I started all this, 10 years ago, I decided to be smart and pretty much stop posting everything under my real name. Especially when I started Brazilian dancing, because people don't understand sensual dancing. They think that it's sort of evil and sexual and all those kinds of things, which it isn't. But yeah, so I decided to make sure that anything that was with my real name was only to do with work. So there you go. So pretty much all you'll ever find of me is stuff that I've been very careful to make sure anything I ever put out there, I'm not embarrassed about. Good luck. Good luck finding anything that is going to cause me any stress. So, and plus I have a really common name. There are tons of me out there. But that said, people who do this copyright striking thing, if they're good at it well, as I say, they're good at it. If they make a habit of it, if they are the kind of people who like to go bullying and doing this cyberbullying thing, they know that if you want to fight back, you have to give your real name. Right? So how many people out there knew that? Hey, Claude Simeon, you're beautiful too. Oh, your real name's Alexander. Okay. But I'll call you Sasha because that's what you're called here. No simping allowed. No! Sasha, it's not Sasha. Claude Simeon can simp as much as he wants. You can all simp as much as you want. Simp away. Simp. I need simping today. Melissa is here. Melissa's here. Hey, love. Christy Sharp is here. Good to see you. Hella's accent transforms everything. Hey, that's true. I transformed it into Australian. The one that got struck was the Doug Carter one. So,
it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous nonsense.
Oh dear. So Darley's here. I'll Mr. T-Bone.
Hey.
Hey, that might have been 4 out of 10.
I think it was pretty good.
It was all right. It was all right. Free Ricky Bay, how are you? What's this? His chat is super paused, almost as bad as he'd be. Okay, so we're talking about Lawyer You Know. So he is the fence. Yeah, so Lawyer You Know, he's a really smart lawyer and commentator. When I say that, he's also really smart at being able to stay right in the middle and make a lot of people very happy with watching him. So if you want to be very successful as a lawyer commentator, very successful, you need to not take one side or the other too heavily. And that's what he does. So every now and again, he throws the other side a bone, right? So I would say he's more prosecution side than defense side because that's how the audience is, like the majority of the audience. But he does every now and again go over and give the defense a bone. So he'll be like, okay, in this instance, that was unfair. The defense had a really good point. I remember even in the Sarah Boone trial, or the pre-trial period, he stuck up for her and said, come on, she's pro se, she's in jail, she needs to have proper access to a laptop and to a printer, and we really should be starting to think about if people are pro se and they're incarcerated, what kind of access are we giving them to be able to properly represent themselves? And I remember at the time that was a huge thing for someone of that influence to be saying, because everybody else was saying, stuff her.
Yeah.
She deserves it. She knew what she was getting into. And that changed a lot of people's perception. So he has a lot of influence. But yeah, generally he's a fence sitter. And I have no problem with that. That's fine if that's what he wants to be. I prefer to be somebody who takes an opinion. He's
yes,
an
you're very opinionated.
I am quite opinionated. How are you, T-Bone?
I'm good. How are you? Apart from being struck.
I'm seething.
Suffer.
Can't you tell?
Suffer.
Suffer. Oh, shut up. Okay. Bunny Murphy's here. Welcome to the Helliverse, Bunny Murphy. Welcome. Legal Lacey, can you use the fact that they're not copywriting LYK in your YouTube appeal. Maybe. Okay, so here's what I'm doing. I have my lawyer friend writing some wording for me
Because it worked so well for
around
him
this.
last time. Sorry. But he is helping us.
He is helping us, yeah. Well, he may have written a few rebuttals to copyright strikes. No, he did. Okay, so my lawyer friend, who is helping us, he has won quite a few as well. He's won a few copyright strike appeals, and so I've told him the situation. I've sent him the podcasts in question and the video. Fortunately, even though the video was taken down, I did stream out to Twitter that day. I also streamed out to Facebook and Twitch, so I tend to do that. And I've been doing that ever since his channel got struck down 3 times. So streamers, it's a really good idea to stream out to other platforms, even if you don't really have a following out there, just as a backup. So I stream out to other platforms as a backup. That's pretty much it. So I've always got copies of everything if I need it. So yeah, I pointed him in a direction to that. And he'll be looking into whether or not to include arguments like that in the appeal. I don't think in the first instance that would be something to bring in, but I'll speak to him about that. Hella, do you actually get a human to watch and see if it's fair use? Good question. So the email I got said that it's both, so that it's a mixture of human and
AI
artificial intelligence. Yes, so hybrid. So I wonder whether it's actually a bot, like a, what do you call it when there's a human that's like part robot? Cyborg.
Yes.
Yeah. I wonder if they have cyborgs over at YouTube. That would be kind of fun. So like a cyborg helped to approve taking my YouTube video down. Do I get to argue with a cyborg?
Yes. Damn Skynet.
Was his name Jaime? Hey Akasha, how are you? Dear. Okay. Yeah, see, I wouldn't trust them not to dox either. So that's why I'm like, I feel like I'm in a kind of fortunate position that even if I was doxed, it's not the end of the world. Like Sean has said this, Sean, potentially criminal, has said this all along. Guys, if you're going to be putting yourself out there on social media, on YouTube with your face, and you're going to be saying stuff, be ready to be doxxed. You will probably be doxxed one day. That's why he uses his own name. Make sure you got nothing to hide.
Yeah.
Runkle was absolutely gleeful about Janet's SmackDown. Who's Janet? I don't know about this. Do you think that's why they do it, doxing? No. I think they're doing it because they legitimately want that stream taken down. Right? So let's just think about what the stream was. It was us making fun of Doug Carter and his idiocy.
Well, I wasn't making fun of him. I don't know about you, but
No, you weren't. No, you weren't at all.
There's nothing
You
malicious
didn't do
there.
anything.
No.
You did nothing. No, you did nothing. You did nothing.
Every time a tip pops up on my screen, I smile.
Right. So I wouldn't be surprised if Doug Carter himself actually is pissed about it. And that would be funny. How good would it be if he saw it? And he was like so annoyed. He was just like,
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous nonsense.
imagine.
Suffer Doug.
Imagine, right? Like that would just be awesome. Yeah, it was just the Carter one. Cat, right? So just the Carter one because as we were learning, Carter is the head of this beast, right? So yeah, I find that really curious because I thought that our worst one was the juror, right? Like the juror one got way more like comments and sort of backlash. That was how long ago was that? That was like 3 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, it did get a lot of backlash.
Yeah. Yeah. So I thought that one would be way more likely to get this reaction.
Yeah.
But no. And then yeah, so it's taken all this time and it's been for this one. So it makes me wonder whether or not, yeah, actually Doug Carter has been like, take that down. So, yeah, what do you guys think? Olan Red says, lawyer, is smart and pretty fair in my opinion. I love when his dad is on because he's a criminal defense attorney. Yeah, I will admit, I watch him every now and again. I watch Peter Tragos. The reason I watch Peter Tragos is because he fills the gap in the market. He's able to do a wrap up of a day's trial in an hour and a half very well. And there's really not that many or any attorneys who can do that. So if there's a big trial on, and because I sleep during the trial, they're on during my nighttime. And I really want to keep up with what's been happening. I won't go into his chat because I find his chat just so frustrating. But I'll watch back his commentary of it.
Chat's a little confused. Did you name who gave you the copyright strike?
Yeah. Murder Shits.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Who's confused?
Um,
Sorry, I'm a bit behind in chat.
yeah, you are.
I thought when you got a strike that YouTube tells you who struck it. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, they told me. So, but what I'm speculating about is whether or not actually Doug Carter, because he was the interviewee, whether or not he got in contact with them and said, I don't like these people and the way they parodied me. So yeah, that makes me wonder because I didn't think it was the worst of our critiques that we did. So yeah, he agreed to the interview. That's not how it works. No. Like, I mean, it's not how it works as in, yeah, he did the interview with them, but he didn't do it with us. So maybe he just doesn't understand that that's how it works when you put yourself out there, that other people can comment on the interview. Of course they can. Of course he can. Given how enmeshed they are with the whole Delphi apparatus, it would not shock me. Yeah. He showed them his badge. I thought he had to hand it in. Oh, probably he didn't. Probably didn't. Nothing in Carroll County is how it works. I just whipped it out.
Excuse me while I whip it out.
Fake news. Still have my badge. And that's the other thing. It's like people don't. Okay, people. There's a whole group of people who do not want to listen to this podcast, right? They do not want to hear from these people, right? So we are doing, there's a bunch of us, it's not just us, there's a few other content creators as well, who are respecting the fact that they don't want their podcast played on other channels. Okay, cool, right? So we are taking a transcript of the interview and we're reading it out physically.
And it wasn't even
Right.
100% accurate.
Oh no, it was definitely not 100%. It was ad-libbed. We stopped, we started,
and
we
yeah,
made comments.
It's like 95% accurate, but then we added different things in.
And we made commentary, which is what you're supposed to do for fair use, right?
Doug-
That's called that's transformative, right? And also satire, and pastiche, as they call it in the UK.
Yes.
So, oh no, comedy's not allowed. Yeah.
And Doug is not actually trying to get My Chemical Romance tickets, or he doesn't wear girl jeans or anything like that.
Yeah.
That wasn't
But
actually in
that's
the interview.
No, that wasn't actually in the interview.
Wait,
But you
the girl
could see
jeans
that it
was.
wasn't in the interview because we had that up on the screen, right? So it didn't say that he had girl jeans or was trying to get My Chemical Romance
Yeah.
tickets.
So we
you
were
could
actually
see-
being legitimate, and
Yes.
I could have
Yes.
we could have just really twisted his words a lot.
Yeah, we could have actually written that into the what we were presenting as being the transcript and made it look like that was what he said. But no,
Yeah.
Dali was clearly being comedic and ad-libbing, and then you could see what was that was
and
not
was
what he
not.
said, right? And so this is what transformative means. It's the very definition of transformative. And free speech, right? So how many amendments are there? And it's the first one. It's the first one.
Yeah.
Number one. Number one. A parody, if you will. Yes, exactly. Thank you, Chilo. Your interview reenactment was brilliant. Thank you. Pretty sure he didn't actually say gag me with a spoon times 5. Well, if he did, that would have been great. We would have clipped that.
Yeah.
But satire is lost on MS. Let's just be really clear about this. Their feelings are hurt.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'll send them an email and apologize.
oh.
I didn't mean to upset anyone. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's very sad. It's very, very sad. And we know also that Doug is a very sensitive man. He's a bit of a softie. He's a bit of a
Yes.
teddy bear, right? But here's the problem. Here is the big problem. If people are going to use this system to shut others down because they have hurt feelings, then what the hell is this platform about, right? What is free speech? What is it? What the hell is it? This is crap.
Scary words.
Yeah, scary words, right? This is bullshit. This is absolute bullshit. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of this. This has only just happened to me. I am sick of it happening to everybody else. I'm sick of the fact that people can't comment on other people's words for fear of this, right? And 3 strikes and you can lose your channel, right? And we all work as content creators, we work freaking hard and we don't make very much money. I barely make enough to even cover my costs each month, right? And I put in tons of hours into this thing. You know why? Most of my content is about wrongful convictions.
Yeah.
Most of it, right? I started this channel because I care about the fact that Zachariah Anderson was wrongfully convicted. And I talk about that every single day, right? I care about that shit. I really care about it. And more than anything, that's why I put my time into it. I am not making a living out of this. I think those people are. I really do. Yeah. And that's fine. People are entitled to make a living. But if you're going to try and stop somebody else speaking because you want to control the narrative, then that is completely flying in the face of the First Amendment, and it's completely flying in the face of the rules. The rules are that you are allowed to take someone else's work and transform it and comment on it. They have a YouTube channel with comments. Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. Are they actually a YouTube channel or just a podcast? I thought they were just a podcast. Do they have a YouTube channel?
That's my understanding.
Interesting. Interesting. Because the name on the strike says Mystery Sheet. So their name is Mystery Sheet.
Ooh.
Mystery Sheet.
How seductive.
Oh, yeah. First Amendment only covers government censorship anyway. Private companies can do what they want. What about individuals? He definitely
okay, Mystery. The Murder Sheet is a production of Mystery Sheep. Mystery Sheet LLC.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
Not sheep.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it would just be the company that owns, and the name of the podcast would be Murder Sheet. Because it'd be pretty hard to have a company with the word murder in it. Well, it'd cause you trouble. Okay, so let's get serious, Hella. Get a group of YouTubers who have all been falsely copyright struck and start a class action suit against them. You can find a pro bono attorney. Well, I don't know how easy it would be for me over here to be involved in a class action suit. But I think the others should, right? So all I want is just to win this this small battle and show them that the strike that they've just done against me is not going to hold up. So if I can win that small battle, cool, right? But I absolutely agree, KO, that it would be fantastic if any YouTubers who have had any strikes from them, and maybe not even just YouTube strikes, there have been strikes on Google Drives, strikes on Twitter X accounts. They've just been going around and using any avenues they can to stop people from sharing their words, right? And it boggles my mind the way they think that they can put their words out via their own channel and then pick and choose who comments on it. So it's fine for someone like Lawyer You Know to comment on it. It's fine for someone like Court TV to comment on it. But then if someone else comments on it, if someone else shares it that they don't like their take on it, then they can go and go through the channels of whatever the provider is that is housing that. So say Google or YouTube, and strike it down and get it taken down. So I feel like it's weaponizing. It is weaponizing copyright strike rules, like I've said in the title here. Burger Shits LLC. What do you think about a class action against them over the whole copyright bullshit? Depends what's been lost, doesn't it?
Yeah. We'd have to
Right?
prove damages.
Yeah. So
And
I mean,
first of all, we'd have to prove they're kind of bogus copyright strikes. So we'd have to kind of win this
well,
battle first.
well, I think yeah, I'm like one step at a time. So yeah, first, I think it's fairly easy to prove that it's bogus, but yes, one of these battles would have to be won first. And then, yes, what damages? So for me, my damages are pretty low. But I mean, I know that there are other YouTubers who have done readings of their transcripts. Guys, who's watched any readings of their transcripts? Yell out.
Apart from us.
But apart from us.
Because I don't think many people did that. Yeah.
Scott, I don't think so.
Criminality
You
did a
did?
reading.
T. Yeah, I thought T did.
Yeah.
I thought T did. I sent her a message, and I don't know if she's seen it. I don't think she checks her X very often. Yeah, yeah. Not on Sleuthy's channel, on T's channel. Yeah. I don't know how many they did. They did a couple. Yeah. Yeah. You did, Thomas? Did you? What's your channel, Thomas? Yeah. No, that was not MS. That was HTC. Mavcar. Oh, it was on Sleuthy's channel too. Yeah. So Sleuthy, yeah, you're right, Miku. So Sleuthy got struck for her pig roast of Doug on HTC. Yeah. Okay. So, see, this is the thing, right? And this is why I wanted to stream about this today, because it's not just about me. It is not just about me, right? I have lost very little, right? At the moment, touch wood, it's just one strike, right? And even if I lose my appeal, okay,
It's just one, hopefully.
right? Yeah, okay. So, but here's the problem, right? This is bullshit. This has got to stop. This has got to stop. So, are we in a position where we can't make comment on these interviews? Right? This is shit. This is shit. This should not be the case. So, are you only allowed to comment on these interviews if you're like, oh, look, Doug did a great job? He's so great. Look at him. He's worked so hard over the years, and now he's retiring, and he just deserves such a wonderful retirement because he did a great job. So if you don't do that, then you'll get a copyright strike because it's copyright.
Yeah.
Because that's the reason.
The big C.
That's the reason. Not because you said something bad, but because it's copyright. That's why. Right? Ass kissing only. That's why. Right? But yeah, if you sit with Doug Holman and he's drinking his Diet Coke and eating his ham sandwich and he's there going, oh, well, we knew we had the right guy and I don't think that we went too far with our interrogation. It was just a standard interrogation. And as for the conditions in Westville, well, it's prison. People adjust. And you're sitting there and going, oh, yes, yes. Tell us more, Jerry. Jerry, you stud muffin. Right? And then you take that and you go, oh, what a wonderful interview that was. That was a great interview. And also, what a lovely jacket the interviewer was wearing. I wonder what designer that was. I wonder if that gets struck. I would say no. I would say no. But the pig roast of Mr. Jerry Holman, gone. Gone. I don't think that one ever came back. I don't think that one ever came back. So, let me put the word out for Sleazy. Is anyone seeing Sleazy today? Or T? I want to know. Or can anyone just have a quick look at Sleazy's channel? Did that video ever come back? I don't think it ever did. Because I know she was appealing that. Because I remember she said at the time, she said that even if she wins it, that's still 10 days at least. And as far as HTC is concerned, that's 10 days of use, and that's what they want. That's what they want. T said she won her appeal. Whoa, nice. Which one was that though, KO? Which one was that? Do you know? Do you know appeal against who? On her last live. When she goes live, I'll have to grab her attention, because when she was here in the chat last time, I said to her, oh, I messaged you, and she's like, oh, I didn't see it, I'm sorry. Because I don't think she checks her ex very much. Yeah. Oh, you'll go get it? Thank you. T, that's criminality. Oh, you think it was of the juror? Oh, that would be fantastic. If she won that one, that would be fantastic, because that's very similar to the one that I'm facing at the moment. It's really similar. Okay, Miku. So T's appeals would be on the transcript readings. T was on Sleazy's channel for the pig roast. Yes, that was 2 parts. Yep. The second part was the 29th of December. Yep, I remember. It was so weird the way it was only one of them that got the strike. Hey, AKA Radar, how are you? There are a lot of wolves in sheep's clothing around too. Yep. Yeah, there are people getting about who seem to sort of be in agreement and things, but they're very protective of their content. So they're kind of like, well, we'll seem like we're your mates, but then the second that they see an opportunity to pounce, and this is I've seen it in other communities, like as in content creator communities. People start to create. This is just drama, right? When it comes down to it, it's just goddamn drama, and it's distracting from the issue. The issue is this case, right? When it comes down to it, the issue is we have a man sitting in prison for 130 years who he's innocent. Sorry, jury got it fucking wrong.
Yeah.
The jury got it wrong, right? That is what we want to talk about. We want to talk about the fact that Doug Carter is sitting there having an interview with these people, and they're giggling and going on and talking about what a great job law enforcement did. We want to talk about the fact that that juror thinks it's unreasonable doubt. That juror wanted to sit in Nick McClelland's seat, did not take it seriously, right? There needs to be public discourse about these things. These things need to happen, right? So here we are having these conversations, and we're at a point where we're being threatened because there's this thing called a copyright strike, and they use it against us so that we can't have these conversations. Right? This is bullshit. This is absolute bullshit. We should be able to have these conversations. This is what a free society with free thinking and free speech is.
I don't get it. I mean, I was complimentary, so I don't know why they were so upset with me. I assume it was nothing I said. I can't imagine what that would have been. Because I was.
You were lovely.
I'm a peach. What can I say?
You are.
I'm always
You're
a peach.
so sweet.
Yeah. I've never said anything mean about anyone.
No. Never. Sorry, Legal Lacey, I missed your question.
Where do babies come
God. How do they know all these different channels doing readings? And I think I know. Oh, how do you think you know?
from? You can. There's different ways to search for, YouTube automates. Like if we had done the actual reading or like listen to the audio, they could kind of scan for that copyright content in it. This seems like a manual strike with how we did it. Like it wasn't just somebody had to have actually been searching manually to find your channel.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think they would have been tipped off because my channel's not big enough for one thing. Also, like I never mentioned their name. I was really careful not to mention their name. And I mean, I mentioned Doug Carter's name, but I didn't mention their name.
And the one time I did in a post with you, you suggested I delete it because they could search on Twitter. And I did, because that was a good point.
Yeah.
So we were very careful.
The main reason I didn't want to mention their name, I just didn't want to advertise them.
Well, that too.
Yeah. I just didn't want to give them any advertising.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I didn't mention their name. It wasn't in the
What's the title?
in the content, anything like that. So
Delphi. The title was Delphi. Hashtag Delphi. Doug Carter speaks out to podcasters. Hella and Dolly. Dramatic reading. Hashtag Richard Allen.
Yep.
So it wasn't even like murder sheets. It wasn't.
No, nothing like that.
That's weird. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, KO. They see it on Twitter. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I'm not. I knew they could see it. Like, I'm not stupid, but I didn't want to promo them as podcasters. Simple as that. But I knew they would see it or could see it, but I also knew damn well it was transformative. I knew damn well it was transformative, like very, that it was well within the rules.
We didn't do the whole thing. Like, we skipped big parts of it that we didn't think were particularly interesting.
Yeah, that too.
Like, we skipped almost all of the first, or 70% of the first one. And then what we did read was very transformative. I was breaking the fourth wall. I was being comedic and making faces and doing a character, imitating Doug. So, like, on so many levels, it's just absurd.
So here's the thing. I mean, we've spoken with our lawyer, and when we first told him about it, he was like, "Is that like, I don't even know if that is even copyright." But I'll look into it. But he's writing some wording for us to come back with. Are we still in America? Well, I'm not. But we have freedom of speech here too, and freedom of the press. And we have fair use. It's called fair dealing here. It's very similar. The YouTube terms are really similar. And so anyway, I am fairly confident that I will win an appeal on this. If I don't, I'll be like, what? Come on. I've seen people lose appeals to very, very big YouTubers. And that's sus to me. And when I say lose appeals, I mean on ridiculous grounds. Just like someone is friends with somebody and they have a lot of power.
Yeah.
And that material is clearly not in violation of the terms.
Yeah.
Yet the strike has gone through.
Oh.
So that is not the case here.
They had more
Right.
Lakers.
So yeah, that is not the case here. So I'm hoping that that won't be an issue. I am pleased to hear that T has been successful with a claim. So I want to speak to her about that. But yeah, it really, you thought Hella was in AC. Shut up. It really bothers me that here we are having to worry about whether or not we can comment on these interviews, whether or not we can, not even, like, we can't, we're not even playing them.
No.
We're not even playing the interview. We're going to the effort of making a transcript of the damn thing, cutting bits of it out,
Transforming it.
And then
kind of.
transforming it and making commentary of it so that we can bring it to an audience who doesn't want to go to that podcast. They clearly don't want to go to it. So they're coming here. We're bringing a different side of the story. We're showing a whole different light, which we can do. We have every right to do that. We're here doing that, providing that service, and then we're in a situation where we're being threatened that we can't do that. What is with that? Supposed to be able to use as long as it's not identical to their show and there's narration here and there. There was narration through the whole goddamn thing.
Yeah.
Through the whole thing.
It wasn't even like we sat there word for word reading it.
Yeah. Yes, Justin. They did a copyright strike from a transcript of their show. Yes. Being read dramatically
And a
with ad
voice, a
lib.
character that Hell and I spent like 10, 15 minutes backstage on. I spent like 5 minutes on the drive home from work trying to like get the voice down, believe it or not. I actually got into character for this and worked on my face and mannerisms, transformed all that. I was pretty proud of it,
This
quite
is so,
frankly.
yeah, he was. Yeah, he was
I was
very
pretty proud.
nice.
It's very stupid. It's very stupid.
It was pretty stupid.
But just then the fact that they struck that.
It's so dumb. Yeah. Anyway, so what's this? What did Justin say that was a good point? Let me see. Do they strike themselves too?
Yeah.
If I was that lame, it would keep me up at night. I'm so lame. I'm lying awake in bed and feeling so lame. It was epic. Yeah, I hope T is going live. I'll try and get her attention. She needs to know about this, but she probably, assuming that she's already had a strike, then she'd be on guard about it. But it'd be pleased. I'm pleased to know that she's won one because I didn't know that. Yeah, that's good to know. Is there anything we can do to help you, Rachel? Just keep supporting, guys, members. Thank you for your support. Thank you for continuing to be part of the channel. That's the main thing. So yeah, memberships really help. Buy me a coffee. buymeacoffee.com/Hella. Sorry, not Hella, /excited. Yeah, all those things really help. But yeah, just being here, being in chat really helps me. So thank you for all of that. If it comes to it, and they keep going with this, then possibly I might need to mount a campaign on X, and I'll need a lot of reposting and stuff of my appeals to Team YouTube. So I'll let you know if it gets to that point. But yeah, pretty excited utterance to Team YouTube. I'm not going on Rumble. I've tried that. It's so shit. It's so shit. I hate Rumble. I hate Rumble. You're supposed to lose your own channel if you make false copyright strikes. Yeah, interesting. Oh, Classic Overthinker has just tweeted for me. Ian Runkle, a certain podcaster, Murder Sheet, is copyright striking lots of small YouTube creators, also on X and Google. Yet lawyer used content and didn't get a copyright strike. And she is also, oh look, she has mentioned uncivil law, Andrea, Governor Braun, Charlie Kirk, Nick Starro, and is that Kara Weineke? Interesting. Okay, cool. Runkle, yay! Runkle is most definitely a lawyer. He's a lawyer in Canada. Yeah, the little elf. All right. Okay, so I'll be back to talking about things that matter a lot more. Probably tomorrow or the next day, but I'll keep you up to date with what's happening with my appeal on this. I am so mad, I'm less mad about. Let me get this just really straight with everybody. I'm less mad about me than I am about the whole situation with this, because I don't want creators to feel like they can't speak about this stuff, right? That's what shits me most. I don't want people to feel worried about getting a freaking transcript of somebody's interview and making comment on that. That's crap. Where are we at when we can't get someone's transcript and read that out? Like, how? That's just beyond, right? That is beyond. That's going to great effort not to take someone's content and just play it,
Yeah.
isn't it? Right? That's really going to a lot of
We
effort.
went out of our way to avoid getting a copyright strike.
Well, and to avoid using their content, right?
Yeah.
So to avoid infringing on their copyright material, right? So sure, it's copyright material. We didn't play it. Yeah, we didn't.
Yeah.
We respected that, and we took it in pieces and transformed it, but still presented it to the audience so they could get the essence of it. They could hear what Doug Carter was saying, but in pieces so that it was able to be understood, but then with our commentary, which is absolutely within the rules of fair use. Absolutely. And if we can't do that, if YouTubers can't do that, where are we? Where are we with free speech? What is going on? So that just should not be the case. And we all just need to stand up for it. This is crap. This is crap. So it needs to stop. Absolutely stop. YouTube really needs to fix this joke of a copyright system. It's a tough thing, but as it's always being used as a weapon with complete false strikes. Yep. Hey, Grizzly. Grizz Matties. What? Oh, I can't say your name. Grizz Mattisley. Clever. Cool. You'll win. And that they lose. Yes. I like that. They will lose. Now, hang on just a moment. I'm about to send you guys somewhere good. Ooh. Because I always send you somewhere good. Oh, look, the ice cream man's coming.
Yay.
Yay, ice cream man. Ice cream man, ice cream man. Yes, guys, it really is. We do have an ice cream man that comes around on a Wednesday. And
we used to have that more often. They kind of stopped doing that.
Really?
Yeah, although there was always rumors there's drugs on the place, but...
Drugs?
Yeah. We thought, yeah, when I was growing up, we thought they sold like crack. I don't know why.
Well, I mean, I've never asked him.
That's true.
I could ask him. But yeah, in Australia, we have this thing called home ice cream. And it's really, really, really good. And they come around in a little van and they drive around and they ring the bell. And yeah, so on a Wednesday morning, because it's Wednesday morning here. And I always miss it because I'm always streaming.
I know.
You miss home ice cream? Yeah, you don't get it in Tasmania, do they? Because that's why, because they can't drive their vans across
state lines. Oh.
Across the Torres Strait. Is it Torres Strait? Bass Strait. Bass Strait. Okay, cool. Now, thank you everybody. Heard Sleuth wasn't struck either for playing, but haven't verified. Okay, I'm going to talk to both of those guys in Sleuthy and Criminality and see what they have to say. Oh God, really? I've never been struck for playing a Nancy video. I've had a lot of complaints from people in chat. I love reacting to Nancy videos. It's good fun. Maybe we'll do a reaction to that. That'll be fun, CH. Let's do that. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, usually ice cream trucks play Greensleeves, but this one they just play. Let's have a bell. All right, we're gonna go and raid Sean. Let's do that.
Sweet.
Thank you everyone for your support. I really appreciate it. And it's not, guys. This is about the message. It's not about me. It's about being able to speak about it, and we should be able to speak as much as we want. So
Absolutely.
fuck them. Time for the song.
Language.
Let's get our rage out for the song.
Her name was Helen. She was an Aussie. She was a fake lawyer from the future. She got on YouTube and made some live streams. Her co-host is Dolly and she dances sometimes. The words are always so loud because she's an 803.